Nipsey Hussle was set up by the LAPD in the Cointel Pro operation. Kerry Lathan and Shermy Villanueva, both approached by agents to help assassinate Nipsey. Both perpetrators were classed as victims in the case to cover up any wrongdoing, but agents slipped up and they left some information that I'm going to expose for you today. Now, since I exposed the original information, there's people been trying to cover up that with fake evidence, which I'll get onto later. But what we can clearly say and what we've exposed is Kerry Lathan. That is not his real name. And once we know that's not his real name, or his name has been changed to that, could indicate that he was put in a witness protection program and given a new identity. If you try and look for Kerry Lathan's murder records from 1994, they don't exist. They are not there. Also, if you go on the mugshot website, there is no existing records of this so-called Kerry Lathan. That was actually zero records. The closest thing you can find is this other guy, but as you can clearly see on here, it says this Kerry Lathan is 50 years old, and the Kerry Lathan in question is actually 56.
Now this bullet put me on a wheelchair. A lot of injustice. How old are you? 56.
There's been confusion going on out there about how this guy's name is Kerry Lathan. Well, I'm putting it out there that he done a deal with the agents and they changed his name and they tried to cover up any evidence to find his original identity. But Jimmy Poole has found it, and we're going to go over this again properly. There's people trying to discredit it with claiming other people are him, but this is the truth. In the initial interview, when Kerry Lathan was supposedly shot and paralysed, there was a video. He did slip up numerous times. He said that he met Nipsey twice, then he said he met him once. Also, if you check out the guy's movements, someone who supposedly had a spinal injury seems to be moving his back quite well without no pain at all. If you watch the bit with the mobile phone where he claims he doesn't even know how to use it, he also slipped up there again because he'd already been out for 7 months prior to that.
You see me, Kerry?
I'm trying to turn the phone on. I don't know how it works.
The way he pulls the phone open, you can clearly see you'd have to use back muscles and stuff like that, which any sort of shot to the back, you'd have excruciating pain. When one of the reporters pushed the microphone to him or asked him to sit closer to the mic, he immediately leant forward and shewed no pain once again. So the suspicions are that he was never shot in the back, and it's all just another part of the cover-up. So he actually played a victim when he was one of the perpetrators. What I could find, and very coincidental if it's not him, but exactly the same year, 1994, Ronald Latham, this is his real name, Ronald Latham, murdered his girlfriend and got a 25-year prison sentence. Funnily enough, his ex-girlfriend was paralysed and he's paralysed. It was a knife attack where there was a lot of struggle going on. If you look over Kerry Lathan's left eye, there are knife marks from possibly a struggle that went on many years ago which left a scar. Also, if you check Ronald Latham's records, like mugshots, anything like that, they have disappeared. Now, there was a group trying to cover this up, and what they presented was fake information. They tried to tell everybody that this Ronald Latham is actually a white male, and they pulled up some records which I can debunk within seconds. Now, if you actually look at the record dates and the actual conviction, the fake Ronald Latham information trying to cover up the real information, you can clearly see it was a paraphernalia charge and he was released within 2 years. Well, Ronald Latham, the murderer, he was convicted for 25 years, which completely debunks this stuff that's been thrown in the way. I think it also proves I'm getting to the truth, and people don't want this released. Also, that Shermy Villanova, many years ago, he was involved in some bank job where he got a 25-year prison sentence, or around that time as well. So these two people, they've just been released from prison. They didn't have no money, they were both on parole conditions. And something interesting that Kerry Lathan, or as we know now, Ronald Latham, said in the interview could indicate literally how these agents played it out to him. You know, they told him, look, you're going straight back to prison, you got this parole violation, you have to do this job for us, and you'll get a little retirement package and a witness protection program. Now, this is what happened. As you can see now, this Ronald Latham has now vanished into the mist once again. If anyone knows where he is, knows his location, and you want to get the truth, we need to see if this guy is really paralysed, because he got thousands in funding, and it's a bit of an atrocity and an outrage, as he claims to be. Shows you the true spelling of his name, as he shows you one of his certificates, which he had to do for a parole. And what no one else has actually pointed out again, this guy, similar to Cowboy, this guy was a recovering drug addict. That certificate is from a recovery centre for drugs. Cowboy as well, if I go into him a bit more, he was literally just a car park attendant. He had a drug problem, and he was relying on fixing up cars on the side to get extra money. He also had a pending sexual assault charge, so I believe he was also approached. Similar techniques, similar tactics, you know, we're going to put you in prison, we're going to do this, do that. And these people sold out their own, the great legend Nipsey Hussle. Once you know this information, that Ronald Latham, that's his real name, he was given a new identity. This Shermy, he came out of nowhere, he's disappeared again, he's likely been given a new identity. And still, the lawyer. Now, I don't know about you people in the USA, but there's no lawyer that walks around and acts and dresses like this. You know, wearing a T-Pack shirt at the interview. Check out the Instagram, you know, she looks like some celebrity pop star, not like a top profile respectable lawyer. You know, in the UK I think she'd get laughed at in most cases. You know, lawyers are presentable, professional, and this woman just looks like she likes the razzmatazz and the fame. Like I said in one of my other videos, I haven't dug too deep into this, but it's an unusual coincidence about the Noriega name and the firm, and you know, I believe this is deep, and I'm going to uncover the whole lot basically. So to the trolls that are trying to debunk my information, you know, you need to come forward with credible information, instead of just pulling up fake guys or other Ronald Lathams, you know, where that's just so easy to debunk. You know, there's other channels sending you down 4-hour rabbit holes, throwing out 20 different names to look into. Maybe this is to try and deter my investigation maybe, because I've already got the culprits that were the main culprits involved, and it's now just finding out the agents that were behind it. I'll point out again, Cowboy coerced, Shermy coerced, Ronald Latham coerced, and Eric Holder coerced. All these people, if you look at them properly, they all had drug problems. They all had certain pending arrests or convictions or paroles where they could be easily coerced into taking out Nipsey. Or the only person out of the four that can explain why he's there is Cowboy, obviously, because he worked in the parking lot. But as many people have said in the community, you never trust a cowboy in the hood. I don't know if I'll have to go over a lot of the court documents again, but I'm still questioning that original white car where the guy passed Holder and this car disappeared from the scene whilst it's all being investigated. There's another, and as the people know, we're not standing for the fake narrative of the gang violence, the one man patsy. We're just not standing for it. We know it's a lie, and the truth will come out. Thanks for watching.